You are listening to the Live Your High Frequency Life podcast, and I'm your host, Teal Shu. In this podcast, you'll discover how to step into your natural, innate frequency and the highest frequency of the universe, love, to create and live the soul-aligned life you want. If you're a woman who wants to love yourself so completely, stand so fully in your infinite sovereign soul power, be your own safe haven, fill your own cup, and be so financially independent you quit feeling trapped by someone, something, or somewhere, then this podcast is for you. Because you deserve to be unmessable with by the world and live the high-frequency, soul-aligned life you love that is your birthright. And I'll share with you how you can start creating this reality for yourself through your frequency. But raising your frequency isn't about doing more. It's really about untangling yourself from the programming of the world, choosing love over fear, and living as your soul with your identity rooted in love. And when you embody this, your frequency automatically rises. You radiate the high frequency you that you were born as, and you start changing your life. I'm glad you're here. Hey there, welcome. I'm so glad you're here for this episode. This episode, I'm talking about using your head cold for your highest good. Now, in case you can't tell if you're listening and watching this, maybe I sound a little bit croaky today. Well, hey, this episode is inspired by, what I'm going through this week, which is I'm experiencing the symptoms of a head cold. You know, the runny nose, the congestion, the cough, the sore throat, the stuff, right? The sneezing, the whole bit, right? Raise your hand. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? Yes, head colds. I've got a toddler. Where did this one come from? Well, toddlers started it first, and now everybody else is experiencing it. So rolling with the flow this week. But head colds. How is this a good thing? How is this for your best and highest good? Well, let's talk about that. Everything, as I am always sharing, and you hear me say this all the time, everything is a message from our soul. Every experience of life that you have, from head colds to flat tires to winning the spelling bee to the raise and promotion to your emotions, sad, angry, the whole bit, all of your thoughts, your frequency, the entire gamut of every moment of your life is a message from your soul. And those messages are coming to you nonstop, whether you're aware of them or not, whether you understand them or not. And you experiencing a head cold, it's just one more message from your soul. And it's a message of opportunity. And this is where we're really going to go today in this episode, talking about how the discomfort, the ick of the head cold, right? Blowing your nose, all the snot and all the phlegm and all the gunk is an opportunity for you to change your life, to shift to higher consciousness, to step even more into your best and highest good. And I know what I'm talking about here because you know what? I was not the best patient, I guess I should say. Whenever I used to feel icky or I had a cold, the sore throat, if I felt tired, all those things, boy, was I a grouch. Just ask my husband, right? Even if nobody is like taking care of me, I'm just grumpy and grouchy and impatient and into my victim mentality. Why me? Why am I sick? This shouldn't happen to me. I'm a healthy person. Oh, someone gave me this cold, blah, 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 blah. I can't do what I want to do. I don't feel good. Boo, hoo, 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 hoo. Going around like bear with a sore head. So, yeah, I was that person. And I'm so much less there now. Like today, okay, granted right now, thank you. I am feeling actually really, really quite well. And I'm telling myself that though all the time about, yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling peaceful. I am still appreciating this day. I am joyful. I am comfortable. I'm allowing myself whatever space I need, whatever support I need to continue to feel good. Thank you for this amazing body that I am in and how it heals itself. The power that created me is the power that heals me. All of these beautiful messages. My cells are filled with light and joy and singing and dancing, perfect harmony, right? I use my experience of a head cold as a platform, a springboard, even if you will, to launch me into higher consciousness. It is a signal to me to raise my frequency. Because sickness, illness, all of it, well, where's it all coming from anyway? It attaches to us, so to speak, like us wearing an uncomfortable, ill-fitting, itchy sweater that we put on because it is of fear. It is of illusion. It is of low frequency. And it can only pop on us like that nasty, itchy, super irritating sweater that doesn't fit very well at all and you don't like it and want to take it off when we are low frequency. Disease, illness, sickness, head colds, all of that is not in the pure love frequency, the highest frequency of the universe. It doesn't actually exist as the universe is formed out of completely pure love. It comes out of fear, low frequency, illusion. And so when we are not in our high frequency state, this is the little gap in which we can experience the low frequency things that match our frequency, whether now or in another incarnation or another moment in our experience of life. If we are at the purest, highest frequency, pure love, well, then we can only experience that frequency. And sickness and health does not exist on that frequency. Now, this is an area of getting into blame and shame and boo-hoo. I wasn't high frequency. I did something wrong. I should have been higher frequency. Shame on me. Oh, it's all my fault. No, this is just sharing information with you about disease and sickness, all of that. When you look at it as an illusion, when you look at a head cold as, hey, this isn't me, this is just a low frequency thing that's hanging on to me like I'm wearing an itchy, old, ugly, uncomfortable sweater and I can take it off, that's powerful. This is something where then you get to call back your personal power when you are experiencing the symptoms of a head cold. I'm going to dive into that a little more here. First, I'm going to go here. So look at my word choice here. I've used a few times experiencing the symptoms of a head cold. Experiencing a head cold or what looks like it, the symptoms, right? You are not your head cold. So first place to go with stepping into higher consciousness, stepping into higher frequency, you feeling better is to recognize you are not your head cold. This is why I'm talking about it like this itchy sweater you're wearing. One, it's temporary. Two, it's not you. You are an infinite, eternal, divine, conscious being, cosmic being, here in human form. You are not the cold. The cold is this funny little illusion over here, but you are over here formed in pure love. But hey, you've had low frequency experience, which then created that experience for you in your 3D form of experiencing this head cold and the sensations in your body and everything that goes with it, but it's not you. I talk about this in one of my earlier episodes, Are You a Starseed? The power of using the words I am and how you label yourself and how you self-identify creates your reality. So if you're, I am sick, I have a runny nose, I am coughing, I don't feel well, blah, 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 you're identifying with that. You're labeling yourself with that. And those are circumstances and conditions, but that's not you. No, it's not you. Step away from that. Reclaim your personal power by, hey, no, I am sovereign me, soulful me. This is a experience, but I don't claim it as my identity. I'm not going to bring it inside me and label myself with that. No, it is temporary. It is temporary. So step away from the I am sick and then I have a head cold and I have this. No, I am experiencing XYZ. There's so many languages of the world, and I meant to check on this again. And I want to say that maybe it is the Finnish language, but that could be totally wrong. Check me on this, guys. Look it up for yourself. But there are so many other languages around the world, not the English language, where we say, I am feeling X. A lot of languages say, the feeling of X is upon me. It's huge to stop holding these things as part of your identity, that sickness can be part of your identity. To have the identity that you are a healthy person and that sickness is not even a piece of your identity. How powerful is that then to change your life? This is then where I'm talking about, hey, your best and highest good. Everything about the head cold you are experiencing is an opportunity. And this is one of them where you have the opportunity to reduce the programming, reduce the belief, reduce the power you are giving away to the idea of how powerful sickness and illness can be upon you. You start to divorce yourself from this notion of how illness and sickness and even colds, viruses, the seasonal flu, whatever, exists in your world, in your being. You start to reclaim your power from it. You are more powerful always than all of these conditions and circumstances, and you reclaim your power from it. You start to break the hold you've allowed through your programming, not your fault, societal programming, what you've been taught, right? Germs, all these things, what you've been taught, that these are powerful things that impact you. You are the more powerful entity, and you break that hold. And this isn't to treat, diagnose, give medical advice or anything like that, but as you break that hold, you're in your personal power. Your personal power is higher frequency. Higher frequency is how you create. Your frequency, is how you create in your life. And if you're then at a higher frequency, then you don't create then sickness, disease, and illness in your life. It is not then going to touch you. It is not upon you. The ugly, itchy sweater does not come because you don't create it, because you're at a higher frequency than the illness, the head cold. Look at your identity. Look at how you labeled. Divorce yourself from that. I am experiencing symptoms of, sensations of. Break that identity trap. You are not your illness. It's not part of you. It's not who you are. And this is a huge opportunity that comes with when you are experiencing the runny nose and all the stuff. It's this amazing opportunity for you to just shift into this higher consciousness. Not just as I'm speaking about to break your belief about what illness is, which I'm just barely even touching on here, but to go even deeper. So one of the other opportunities that you experience when it comes to, hey, just having the seasonal head cold, experiencing that, right? Experiencing that. You don't have it, you experience it. Mind your words with this, is, again, high frequency. There are two frequencies ultimately that we are at, two choices we ultimately have with our frequency and our emotions. You can choose love or you can choose fear. You hear me talk about this all the time. And the same comes while you are experiencing sickness and illness. You always have this choice, moment by moment by moment by moment, to choose love or to choose fear. Now, if you continue to hang out and, I not feel well and I'm sick and blah, 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 I feel lousy, poor me, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, guess what are you choosing? You're choosing fear. You're choosing that lower frequency situation, energy, radiance out into the universe. And that is stewing as well into every cell in your body. Look up about epigenetics. I've talked about this before. Epigenetics, speaking about our environment influences what we create. Our environment influences our cells, our health, all of it. And when you are in a low frequency, you are creating more toxic environment for your cells. They're not functioning optimally in that. But when you choose love, when you choose the love frequency, you are sending love, frequency, and energy into your body and your cells. And that's optimal function. That's you moving into healing and regulation, into rest and digest phases, the vagal phase of your parasympathetic nervous system. And this is where the healing takes place. This is the signal for the goodness, the health, the repair, the restoration, the rest of your body. So choosing love is this opportunity to, not just break up with the illusion of you and the power of illness. No, you the more powerful being, but it's also then allowing yourself to heal much more quickly. Again, I'm not offering medical advice here. I'm just speaking from my own experience of life. But love is healing to your body. And check out the research on epigenetics. It's amazing. Dr. Bruce Lipton, his work is very, very powerful. So frequency heals you faster. But it's even more than that. So it's more than the opportunity of healing faster and feeling better. And then hey, I feel better sooner. Great. Your frequency is now higher because, hey, you're feeling better. And once again, you create what your frequency is. So now you're more easily creating what you want in life because you feel better. But how about this? Here's the rub, right? What are you creating while you're feeling lousy? And you're in that low frequency? Are you creating more lousy in your life because that is the energy? Well, what if you can continue to create great things, high frequency things while you are still experiencing head cold, the cough, the runny nose, the tough time sleeping, the stuffiness, all of that? This is really where the rubber hits the road. So when you are experiencing a head cold, right, this is a fabulous time to really habituate and train and reprogram yourself and shift your identity. Practice doing this to one of peace and joy and gratitude and feeling good, thankfulness, appreciation, joy, happiness, feeling rich and abundant, even when your physical body is experiencing discomfort on the small scale. Like head cold, okay? Not that bad. I'm not talking about, air quote, bigger things like cancer or terminal illness, big trauma to the body, wounds, what we would look at in our society as bigger deal things. And just talking about little old head cold here, right? Little old head cold. But it can still make you feel really lousy. Of course it can. Should we allow that? Then are you going to place your attention there? No. This is where the next opportunity comes in, the opportunity to stay high frequency despite your circumstances and how your body is experiencing things, how your body is experiencing discomfort, all of that while you're in a head cold. This is you building that muscle during a light pressure circumstance because it is going to trigger you a little bit. It's putting a little pressure on your emotions. It's putting pressure on your body and how you feel. Our natural tendency then is to feel icky, woe is me, boo, So this is a really easy, low risk, low pressure opportunity and practice for you to raise your frequency when the circumstances are not ideal and all rainbows and sunshines. It's easy to be happy when things are good. It's harder to be joyful when circumstances aren't looking as rosy and quite like you want them to, like when you were experiencing sickness. So you're building this muscle. You exercise this muscle of raising your frequency and having the perception of choosing love and peace and joy and abundance in spite of your circumstances now in this fairly easy situation. In this fairly easy situation where conditions are not optimal and you don't feel well, so that you can build that muscle, you can retrain yourself, you start building that identity, you start even reprogramming yourself both through habit and repetition, as well as you can do this through formal reprogramming as well, hypnosis, so that you can hold that frequency, higher frequency more easily. Should tougher times ever come? Should life really start lifing? Should the shit hit the fan and crap comes rolling? You will have had some practice raising and holding your frequency and choosing love, choosing high frequency instead of choosing fear, even in spite of life going on a little bit easier. You make that identity start to be part of you so that identity now, hey, feeling a little, experiencing some symptoms here, but life is still good. Today's a good day. I'm joyful, I'm grateful, I'm peaceful. I'm going to enjoy today no matter what. Me having that identity has served me so well on a much bigger scale. When loved ones have been ill, when big things have happened, financial things, stuff with myself even, with, I'm going to throw it out there, suicidal ideation, life getting rough. I had this muscle. I was building this identity already. And it was already within me to call on and use to support me during the tough times. And it'll be there for you then too, as you build this. By doing this, you are then able to rise above your circumstances. You start to be less compelled and less controlled by your circumstances because, hey, if you're able to hold your frequency higher than whatever nonsense is going on in your life, well, you are holding and expanding your personal power. And your personal power expands the higher your frequency expands. And the higher your frequency expands, the higher your personal power is, the more powerfully you can create in your life higher frequency things that you want. And you can do this in spite of what the world is doing, in spite of what is going on in your life. This is how you start to create even when you're not feeling so hot, things aren't going so well. This is the key. This is the baby steps of starting to move there. And you don't have to wait to experience sickness to do it. You can do this all day, all night, all the time, any condition. You don't have to wait for life to be garbage in order to change your life. You can rise above and learn and grow without things being crap. And that's the beauty of using your frequency in this way. And this is really what is getting into some ancient cosmic laws, ancient universal laws, the law of polarity and the law of rhythm. Basically, you can polarize yourself at a higher frequency than whatever is going on in the world and around you. And it's all going to flow underneath you like a river flowing under a bridge. And you can rise above it and still experience the high frequency and create the high frequency life you're looking for. So opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. We think our head colds are just a pain in the rear end, but they are massive opportunities to springboard us into higher consciousness, to shift our identity. It's not just about, okay, the message is for my soul. Maybe, oh, I need more rest. I need to take care of myself. Oh, I didn't wash my hands. Oh, I'm working too hard. Oh, my frequency is low. What do I need to shift in my life? All great, wonderful, good. Choose love. This is just, again, choosing love to take care of yourself, choosing love to shift your frequency across all avenues of your life. But it's deeper than that. Your soul is inviting you to shift your identity. Your soul is inviting you to break away from the perception of how impactful illness and sickness and diseases in the world and shift your perception that it has less power over you than you do over it, that you can rise above. It's shifting and inviting you into the opportunity of raising your personal power and using this as an amazing training and low risk and easy practice to set you up for success and growth and expansion and personal power expansion and creating what you want in life across all areas of your life through this tiny little snippet that you are experiencing when you are experiencing a head cold that isn't exactly what you want to be experiencing. There's so much opportunity within this, and I'm just touching on it at the surface level. So I invite you to really explore this and take this as your own and see what other opportunities come up for you when you start to think about, hey, when I'm experiencing symptoms of a head cold or symptoms of something else or sensations of XYZ, what is the message from my soul here? What is the opportunity I'm being presented? And I've used this all across the board, from giving birth to my daughter to all these other things I've talked about too. So this is where I'm going to leave it for you. But just your takeaway, your head cold that you are experiencing, it's not your head cold, it's your experience of head cold symptoms, is a massive, massive opportunity. Not to say it's going to be easy, not to say, oh, suddenly you miraculously feel better, but look at how you're talking to yourself, look at your identity, look at where your frequency is, look at your perceptions. Start making choices to choose love and raise your frequency. Baby steps, baby steps. And over time, you build that muscle. It starts to become so much more easy and you feel better faster. It's beautiful. So, as always, shine bright. I'm going to leave it there. And you know what? You doing this, oh my gosh, you're going to model this for so many people who are watching you, just taking care of yourself, shifting your frequency, even in spite of whatever it is you are experiencing. Wow, what a beacon of light you are shining so that they too can take this path, change their life, to feel better, to break up with the illusions of the world and illness and disease even more, to change and improve their life and ripple out from there. It's truly profound. So, big hugs to you. I'm so glad you're here and thank you for listening. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you for being here and listening to this entire episode. If you're the kind of woman that likes to help others, then please share this with your friends, family, and circle. Because if you found value, they will too. And if you'd like even more high frequency and life-changing content, please connect with me on Instagram and Threads at Tealshoop Coaching. Now, one last thing, I do have a personal request. I'm here to help make this world a better place for you and for all. So if you would, please leave a candid 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. I'd be so grateful, and through your big-hearted assistance, together we can help other amazing women just like you thrive. Thank you, big hugs to you, and I'll see you in the next episode.